there, and welcome in. How are you doing? How are you doing today? So, so we are going to do some yoga today together. We're going towards handstand, towards inversion, towards an inversion. Yeah, whatever. Holds. I hope my microphone is working today good. So sometimes it's crackling. I'm sorry if that happens. I'll try my best to not make it crackle. Not make it crackle. Don't crackle microphone, please. Okay. Good. And today we're going towards handstand. And we are warming up our wrists and such, but this is also a yoga lesson. So, first of all, we're sitting down and we're doing a lot of inversion things today. I'm excited about that. And today we're going a little bit longer. So instead of just 45 minutes, 45 minutes, we're going 60 minutes. So come to sit. If you like to join in, feel free to come to sit. And we're taking a little breather here. We're waiting for everybody to arrive, so we just started. So let's wait for 5 minutes ish, or let's wait until half, and then we start and we go for 1 hour. And you can come to a sit either up in a chair right now or down on the floor. Make sure you sit up on something, so either up on a sitting pillow or down on some sitting books. Sitting books. Exactly, these are the big books, right? Yeah, right. Now you want to take some books and you want to sit on them. Maybe 2 big books, maybe something like that, and then sit down. Hey, your cup of yoga, how are you doing? So today is a little bit later. We're going towards inversions. If you like to join in, feel free. I know you have your own yoga practice, so probably it's a little bit harder to join in. But it's so great to see you. How are you doing? So we're currently waiting a little, like for 5 minutes, so everybody can arrive, everybody can join in. Working and lurking. That's all right. What are you working on? But yeah, if you're working, let's just work. It's all right. Thank you for your lurk. And yeah, afterwards I also will lurk a little bit more. By the way, your cup of yoga, are you like a regular meditator? If you're still here, or if you're already lurking? Your job? Okay. I wondered, because I think about changing up the podcast a little bit. And I'm really looking for experienced meditation teachers. Quite experienced meditation teachers, and I kind of like want to discuss slash interview slash have a podcast with them. And I think it would be great to have like four people talk about meditation, not just about their experience, but their experience with teaching it. So it should be meditation teachers already. I'm not sure if you're willing to do that, and willing or up for it, because yeah, it's quite a lot behind teaching meditation, I think. And questions can be really, really deep. And yeah, it depends, right? It depends. I'm not quite sure right now, but it's planned for, what is it right now? No, it's planned for November. And planned is that, or in my mind at least is right now, that I want to have like 3 to 4 people, and some people that I know that are meditation teacher. Maybe even I can even ask my teacher to let me interview her, and then also interview some other friend, so somebody else that I really deeply honor, and maybe some other person from Twitch as well. And the thing is that I want to do it like this, that we're doing it live. However, I'm not 100% sure, because I think the question that I will pose will kind of remain the same. So the questions will stay the same a little bit, right? Of course, questions will differ as the discussion goes on through the podcast, right? And then, but with the next podcast, I will kind of like pose the same questions again and see how they are responding. So the thought behind this is that everybody will respond in a little bit different way, or maybe a little bit the same way. That's all right. Okay, I love meditation and integrating it in my life. That sounds amazing. I would love to. I think that would really spread the awareness of meditation and living yoga. If you've ever needed support with the questions, send me a DM. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if you're a participant, I don't really. I mean, then you're very welcome to participate in the question, and I will just handpick them out. What kind of like questions I like to use, right? And making the whole thing an experience for like beginners in meditation, so people that would like to start with meditation but are not quite sure about what kind of is meditation. So we want to share kind of like the view from the more experienced meditators, so they can kind of like see in what kind of direction they're going if they choose to start with meditation. So that's kind of like the thought behind that. And why do I want to have multiple persons? Multiple persons is just like, oh yeah, it's kind of like it can go in that way, it can go in that way, in that way, in that way, and they're all kind of like different. And by the way, there's something else about meditation that I didn't know, and much more, like kind of like really educating people about it. I teach loving kindness meditation and others. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, there was a point there where I was really alienated by one book that I kind of read, and I felt like, oh yeah, that's great. And that was that little book about how's it called? It's like the Hawaiian tradition kind of like thing that also is kind of loving kindness thing. I'm not really sure again. Let me quickly Google it. Should come up right away. Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. And this is kind of like completely messed up by Western tradition. So this book was completely like trash. And realizing this is like, what? And you're reading that, and somebody has written it that is with the complete wrong intention, or with completely lying in the book, just lying. And yeah, that's annoying. So I kind of read that and thought like, hey, that's great. Let me research some more. And then I found out like, oh no, that's everything like made up and everything like stolen and what not, and it's nothing like the real tradition. That's annoying. Even though like the underlyings of it, they are nice. However, Yeah. Crazy. That really frustrated me. That's annoying. A lot of loving kindness is drawn from Buddhist tradition. That's awesome. Yeah. And yeah, also the tradition is very important, right? Where your kind of like meditation practice is coming from is very important to know that from you guys or from the guys that I will interview, right? Yeah. And especially also for me, I'm doing kind of like not a strange meditation, but I got initiated right into something, and I've got my own mantra and such, and it's still a little bit strange to me. I mean, I can work with what I have, and I know it serves me. However, there's so much more to see in the world of meditation, and I'm kind of not really allowed to. So I'm kind of like making my own way here and exploring also about meditation. So this is not just about teaching others meditation, but it's teaching myself meditation and learn more about meditation by learning from others, right? This is very, very, very important, at least in my eyes, to see the world through the eyes of other people. Good. Also law of attraction. Check out Jack Cornfield, beautiful teachings. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing yourself, your cup of yoga. And I don't want you to interrupt your work, but now let's start. We're going a little bit longer. So just to have it, to send it your ways, this isn't my normal stream here. I sometimes miss my morning stream, and I'm deeply sorry for that, and I'm deeply sad if I miss this morning stream, because there might be people around that kind of like wait for me, and it's just like something that I don't want to do, right? So I really try to get into bed sooner and such that I don't oversleep, but sometimes it happens. And then I'm kind of like doing another stream throughout the day. So it doesn't happen that much. Maybe it happened throughout the year, like maybe 7 times-ish. 7 times-ish. And yeah, we're going now for an inversion practice. So we're going towards a handstand. And this is a handstand preparation. It should be available for everybody that should join in. So for all the beginners, welcome in. My name is Marcel, and I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. I'm also a podcast host, by the way, but Shawn is here as well, and Shawn is here for entertainment, energy, and motivation. Woohoo, guys! And he's doing way more work behind the scenes, by the way. I'm here for the support. I'm here for answering your questions if you have any. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and being yourself. By the way, quick shout out to your cup of yoga. She's also a wonderful yoga teacher that just started off with teaching here on Twitch. So go check her out, send her some love, send her some questions, and see how that goes. And I'm very grateful that you're interested in that meditation podcast thingy that I'm going to do. So it's will be under the Health Skill podcast name, definitely. So I will send you more information very soonish, but we're not in a hurry right now. We're starting to do the podcast bi-weekly. So just that you know. Good. And if you like to join in today, please come to sit down on the floor, either up on some sitting pillows or up on some books. You can also sit in a chair right now if you like, and bring your arms by your sides and breathe in deep. Lift your arms up by your sides. Palms are pointing forward. Get long, long, long. Hold your breath here as you have the hands on over the head, and then breathing out, releasing the arms. Release the arms by your sides. Hold your breath for a moment. And then breathing in again. Lifting the arms up. You can close your eyes if you like. And then breathing out, releasing the arms again. Continue like this. And pay a little bit of attention where your shoulders are. Pay a little bit attention where your chest is. So you don't want to press the chest out completely, but we want to draw the chest in a little bit. Get long, long, long from your sitting bones to your top of the fingers. Great. Go one more time. Your time in your rhythm. And breathing out. Great. Leaning to the right, bring the right hand to the right. We're leaning to the right, so rounding in the left side. Great job. And then leaning to the other side. As you're breathing out, change the side, breathing in, leaning. Last time, leaning to one side. Great. And now we're not leaning, but we are bringing the right hand down to the right, and we are kind of keeping straight in both of our side bodies, and we are just finding more length from the left sitting bone to the top of the left hand. Meanwhile, keeping the right side body long. Great. Your head is in line with the spine. Great. Feel the left sitting bone touching the pillow or the book or the floor, wherever you are, keeping your right side body long. Great. Change the side. Get long from your right sitting bone to the top of the right hand. Smiling here, you're doing great. Your shoulder blades onto the back together. Draw the belly in and up. Chest in a little bit. Great. Feel the right sitting bone. Get long, long, long. Not rounding. Your head is in line with the spine. So much things to watch out here. And then release your arms down. Bring the left arm to the right knee and the right hand to the back. And what we want to do is just with the left arm, kind of like giving the direction of where we want to go, looking to the right shoulders, and we're not pushing with the left arm, but we are engaging the belly muscles. Engage the belly muscles a lot and twist. And the left hand is just here for the direction. And release. Right hand to the left knee. Bring the left hand to the back. Breathing in deep, get long. And as you're breathing out, twist a little more. Engage your belly muscles. Engage all the muscles. Twist it. Great job. Breathing in, get long. Breathing out, twist a little more. Engage your muscles. So not pulling here, there's just a direction there. Great. And release. Woo, good. How does that feel? Release your body forward, circling. Circling with your belly. Move your shoulders a little bit. How do your shoulders feel? Does your neck feel? And circle the other side. Just see where you can go today. Whatever kind of sit you are, see how that feels to you. Great. Woo, I should sit a little bit more on the mat. Good. And from here, come back into a good sit. Sit up tall, bring your hands to your thighs and move your hands, your palms forward and backward. Move your shoulders forward, upward, backward and down, and again forward, upward, backward and down, focusing on the backward movement. And moving the palms forward and backward on your thighs, right? Good. And you want to feel the warmth on the palms. You want to feel the warmth on your thighs, or maybe the coldness, whatever kind of is there to feel. Hi Grace Yoga, good morning, afternoon. Yeah, for me it's afternoon. You're right, Grace Yoga. Welcome in. So good to see you. Big shout out to you, Grace Yoga. We're also here joined by your cup of yoga right now, just lurking and doing her job. Great. And just feel your shoulders. How are your shoulders feeling today? We're just warming up and we're going into a handstand / inversion practice. So if you like to join in, feel free to. But you know, hi Grace, how are you doing? Hi Diana. And we have some wonderful podcast casts coming up. But Grace, we are now going bi-weekly. So in 2 weeks of time, so I think the 18th is the date where we will have, I need to write it down, where the next podcast that we're having. We will have a nutrition expert here, a real expert, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really amazing. I'm really looking forward to it, and you know, we're really improving our health skill here. So big shout out to you, Grace, and your cup of yoga. I'm actually doing the shoulder rolling at my desk, yeah. Shoulder rolling is great. Checking in with your shoulders. Additionally, right now release and bring the chin to the right shoulder. So not pushing here anything, but working with your breath, using your breath as a tool. So breathing in deep into the belly, breathing in deep into the chest, or into the back if you want to say so, not like pushing the chest out completely, but breathing into the back. And using your breath as a tool, breathing out, looking over to the left shoulder. So using your breath as a tool here means we're breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest, and we want to feel the stretches that come up through breathing in deep. So not pushing here with your neck anymore, but just going where it feels good, where you can move to, and then breathing in deep, and maybe some stretch comes up, maybe not. And as you're breathing out, change again around, other side. One more time each side. Have your shoulders a little bit back, chest a little bit in, draw the belly button in and up. Breathing out, changing. Looking over the left shoulder. Have your shoulders really relaxed. And breathing out, coming back into the middle, then bring your right ear to the right shoulder. Right ear to the right shoulder. Releasing the shoulders down and feel the stretch from your left shoulders to the left ear. Have your hands wherever they feel relaxed. Breathe in deep, using your breath as a tool again. And as you're breathing out, all circling it forward to the other side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Find more length from the right shoulder to the right ear. Breathing out again. Release your head forward and down. Circling to the right. Right ear to the right shoulder. Bring your chin back. Breathing out again. Last time. Breathing in deep, 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 deep. Give yourself the permission to breathe deep. And release your head forward and down, and pick your head up again. Great job. Bring your hands in front of your heart together, interlace the fingers, and give your wrists some love here. Give your wrists some love. How does that feel? Turning in one direction. So again, how are you doing that? Because we're really softly interlacing the fingers. So no, not grabbing on, but just interlacing the fingers and then turning your wrists here in one direction. And if you like, you can change the direction and go into the other direction. Go softly and smile. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Good job. Additionally, what I always teach. Wait, let's do that a little later. Let's do that a little later. As soon as we're going into downward facing dog, we're doing that. So Shawn, can you move a little bit out of the way? Of the way? Thank you, Shawn. And we're coming into all fours right now. Again, you can also do this in a sitting posture. Or you can do this also sitting. We're doing cat-cow here. And you can move along in a sitting posture as well. Starting to arc slowly up, breathing in vertebra by vertebra, moving up your back. Try to feel every vertebra and then rounding down, breathing out from the top of the head down, rounding down. And up again, arcing up from lower vertebra up, lowest vertebra up, until we're at the top of the head, and then rounding down, breathing out, and completely breathe out, and completely press your back up into the sky, and then up again. So your cup of yoga and Grace yoga, we're all in the yoga day, the yoga fun coming up, made by Flexitiffy, right? It's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. And then arcing up from your lower spine up. And how is your morning going, by the way, Diana? And one more time, arcing up, breathing in deep. And rounding down. Good, coming back into neutral. And what we're doing is we're sitting back on our heels. So tuck the toes in, or just release the toes down. And what we're doing is we bring the hands together on the mounts of the fingers. This is something that I teach every time. This is something that I teach every time. Very excited for the yoga fun? Yeah, that's great. My morning is good. I woke up just a bit ago. Oh, good. I'm also excited for the yoga fun. Yeah, that's amazing. It's going to be great. So again, focusing on the mounts of the fingers, and bring the mounts of the fingers together here. Bring the mounts of the fingers together, then release the fingers down and connect the wrists to each other. And what we want to do is we push in through the mounts of the fingers and release. And again, pushing through the mounts of the fingers. Hey, Cesar. Hey, you nice people. Grace Yoga and all. How are you doing, Swiss? Or R. Pushing through the mounts of the fingers. Feel all the mounts of the fingers connected here. This is important. And release again. And I'll explain why we're doing this. So pushing in together and releasing. And pushing in together and releasing. Pushing in together and releasing. Shake your wrists out, your elbows, your shoulders. And why are we doing that? We are doing that to protect our wrists, especially if you're going towards inversions, towards handstands even. We want to have this feeling of mounts of the fingers connected to the floor. Always, always, always. We don't want to lift up with the mounts of the fingers, kind of like doing this, right? Doing this. We don't want to do this. We want to have flat hands on the floor and then claw the fingers. That's kind of like what we want, and we want to protect our wrists. So this is why I teach this almost in every yoga class. Especially also, if we're going to downward facing dog, it's important to have the mounts of the fingers connected to the floor. So I'm saying that again and again, so we can do yoga until an old age and stay healthy until an old age. So here again, having to bring the hand forward to the mat, connect the mount of the finger into the floor and claw your fingers a little bit. If you're already a little bit more advanced, clawing of the fingers is like optional, but having really the mounts of the fingers connected with the floor is like the first thing you want to do. Good. And from there, tuck your toes in, shift your hips up into the sky, and as soon as you're ready, and we're coming somewhere in between plank pose and downward facing dog. And this is something I call, probably this has a name, but I don't know what the name, so I just call it like advanced cat or something. The advanced cat. So I was watching my cat, and what she did was like this. So we're pushing out of the arms, pushing out of the legs, and we're pushing out of the shoulders. And what's happening, you want to push out so much that we want to start to shake. We are shaking the arms, we are shaking in the legs, and we're shaking in the back. Now our whole body, and release down. Great job. Great job. Bring your knees to the sides of the mat, big toes together. And then bring your arms by your sides forward. Your shoulders away from the ears. Release your head down. Breathe in deep. Again, here you want to make sure that there's not a not too much pressure on your belly. So you can breathe in deep into the belly, into the chest. If you're wearing like a big belt and with a lot of pressure around your back, around your waist, then it's going to be really hard to breathe in. So breathe in deep into the belly, into the chest. And breathing out. One more deep breath. And come up. Bring your hands forward again. Push in through the mounts of the fingers. Claw your fingers. Shift your hips up into the sky. And start to like walk a little bit more with your heels. We're still between like downward facing dog and plank pose. So you can bring your shoulders forward. Hips up. And walk with your heels up and down. How does that feel? Have your mounts of the fingers. Check with the mounts of the fingers, especially the index finger mount, that it's connected to the floor. No air between here and the floor. Good. Hope you saw that. Oh, wait. You didn't really see that. Okay, let's do it here. So here, no air between that. No air between here. Let me change the camera a little bit like this. Hope that's better. So heels up and down. Great. And from here, come more into a downward facing dog. So we bring your chest a little bit down, but still a little up. So we're not completely hanging through here, through the chest, but we're keeping that straight and the chest is still a little bit up. You want to feel the muscles of the arms engaged. So breathing in deep, get long from the heart to the fingers. Breathing in deep, get long from the heart to the hips. Bend your knees a little. Great, and from here, bring your heels to the left side. So turning them 90 degrees to the left and push your hips to the back. You want to feel a strong stretch through the right side body here. How does that feel? Have your mounts of the fingers rooted to the floor. Bring your heels up. And let's do the same to the other side. Heels to the right side, 90 degrees. Push your hips to the back. And feel a strong stretch through the left side body. Breathe in deep, using your breath here. And come up again. Look forward to your wrists and start to walk up as you're breathing out. Fold forward, bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, and stand up with a tall back. With a straight back, bring your arms up into the sky. And bring your hands in front of the heart together. How does your body feel right now? Check in. Good. Release your arms, come into the middle. Woohoo! So many emotes. GG. Fine, I'm getting fitter. Wow, that's awesome, Cesar. That's great. What are you doing to get fitter? And let's come into the middle of your mat. And what we're doing is we're doing a completely underrated exercise. We're just jumping. We're just jumping. Jumping out of the knees, first of all. Connecting to what kind of muscles are here engaged. What kind of muscles do you use here? And we're releasing all the tension in the shoulders, in the neck. Very much underrated. So one of my teachers told me, he did this like for 30 minutes. And, you know, I tried it too. And all kind of things came up. It's just like really, really exhausting to just do kind of like this jumping. If you like, you can intensify. But first of all, connect to what is here in this, what kind of muscles are used here, and releasing all the other muscles that are not in use. So releasing the shoulders, the neck. Great. And this will really get you into your body, wake you up. And from here, jump up with your heels up. If you like to intensify, this is optional, intensifying. If you feel pain in your body, feel free to come out of it. So again, jumping up with your heels and coming down again with the heels and kind of like using the spring integrated in our knees to absorb the hit, right? And also your shoulders and your neck, just jumping with this jumping motion. And if you like to intensify further, jump out of the toes and connect your toes again and your heels. And release your shoulders and your neck. Great. Shaking your whole body through. Great job. You're doing amazing. Amazing work. And release. Opening up your eyes again. How did that feel? Shake your legs, shake your arms. Every second day, 1 hour workout. Eat clean in the morning, eat nothing at evening till next morning. Oh, that's good. You know, I did it the other way around, Swiss. I just ate in the evening. But right now, I'm a little bit of a softer approach to it. I'm feeling good. A little softer approach to it. That's all right. Kind of eat fruits throughout the day. I like fruits. I like fruits a lot. You guys also like fruits? Good. Shake your legs out, shake your wrists out. And this is like the exercise that I really, really like. So if you'd like to join in just for that, feel free to do that. And it's just super, super amazing, especially as I was working, like as computer scientist, so sitting a lot in front of the computer. I have been doing this like every day. And this was prior to that I taught yoga here on Twitch. So what we want to do is we engage the knees and engage the thighs a lot. So they are engaged, they're fixed in place. And from the belly button, we move to the left and to the right. And having our hands just relaxed by your side. So move to the left and then to the right. Left and right from the belly button out. And we swing our arms, kind of like keeping the momentum of the arms going as we turn, right? So moving to the right and to the left. Keeping your knees and your thighs engaged. The knees and the thighs are not moving, but the belly is moving. And you hear it as I'm talking. It's kind of difficult to talk because I'm twisting my whole body, right? To the left and to the right. And this is super, super awesome for our whole spine, for the shoulders, for the wrists, for the lower spine, for, yeah, Just amazing. But it's hard to talk like this, especially if you're really focusing on turning with your belly button. Keeping your knees and your thighs engaged. So again, what you don't want to do is this. You don't want to do this with the knees, but we want to keep the knees and the thighs engaged a lot and move with the belly button. You can look to the left and to the right with your eyes, or you can look straight forward. Good. And from here, release. Release completely. Oh, good. So we are going until 35 today. So 30 more minutes. We have still some time left. So we're going into inversion practice slowly, slowly, slowly. So no need to go fast here. Oh, great. And bring your arms up. Your palms are facing forward. And what we're doing is we're keeping the box from the hips to the shoulders. So create the box from the hips to the shoulders. So engage your body a little bit. And also your head is integrated with this. And we're leaning to the right. And then we're leaning to the left. How does that feel? And automatically, the right foot lifts off. The left foot lifts off if you lean to the right. And the right foot lifts off if you're leaning to the left. Good. And just play around with it. Lean to the left and to the right. What helps here is engaging the arms a lot. Good. Pushing out of the shoulders towards the fingers. Great. And see how that feels. Leaning to the left. Kind of creating this box from the hips to the shoulders. And then leaning to the other side. Whoop. Great job. This is something that I learned from a colleague from America that came to Switzerland. And good. And then next time we're leaning to the left, hold it there. And you can grab around your belly to kind of feel what kind of muscles are engaged. And what you should feel is the right side body is engaged and the left side body is soft. And then we release to the other side. Leaning to the right. And what you should feel here as you grab around your belly is that the left side body is engaged and the right side body is soft. And then coming back into the middle, releasing this. Shake your legs out, shake your wrists. Doing amazing. So, you guys, let's come to the floor. Let's get this inversion practice started. I hope you're ready. It's going to be a little something for you. So slowly come to the floor. Take your time. Take your time coming down. Bring your shoulders over the wrists. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And first of all, what we're doing, we're shifting all the weight forward to the wrists. And from here, we want to push up with the mounts of the fingers and the wrists. So we're lifting the wrists up, pushing up from the mounts of the fingers. What we don't want to do is this. We're not lifting from the hips. We're not doing this. But we're really shifting all the weights to the mounts of the fingers and then lifting up. Additionally, you can bring the arms a little more in to make it easier for you. You can bring the arms more in. If you go further away, it's getting harder. Good. So bring the arms more in if you're doing it the first time. And we shift all the weights through to our wrists. And from there, we push up. Let's go for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Sit back on your heels, either tucked or untucked as you like. And what you should feel is like some warmth in your lower arms. Shake your wrists out and let's go again. Come forward. Let's go for 20 or just do 10 if you're doing it the first time. So push your mounts of the fingers into the floor again, otherwise it won't work. And then shift all the weight, your shoulders over the wrists. Again, if you have any questions at any time, feel free to ask. Push in through the mounts of the fingers and push your wrists up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Release, shake your wrists. Should start to feel some warmth in your lower arms here. Maybe some engagement. Shake your wrists, shake your shoulders. And let's go for 2 more rounds of 20. Let's say 2 more rounds of 20. Smile! You're doing amazing. Thank you for being here, by the way, you guys. You're amazing. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it deeply. Pushing through the mounts of the fingers. Shift your shoulders over the wrists and then push up through the mounts of the fingers. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Release, shake your wrists. Shake your fingers. Shake your shoulders. And let's go one more time. Last time, I promise. I promise last time. Good. Bring your shoulders forward. Bring the hands forward. Let's go. 20 more times. Push through the mounts of the fingers. Shift the weight to the wrists and push up with the mounts of the fingers. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Good. Release. Shake your wrists. Interlace the fingers. Turn your wrists around a little. And now you might ask, okay, why are we doing this? This has nothing to do with handstand. Well, it has a lot to do with handstand and a lot to do with inversions, because we really want to protect our wrists here, first of all, and we want to balance in handstand. And the way that to balance is pushing through the mounts of the fingers, and this pushes us back down. And I like to show it to you, so you can experience it firsthand. Bring your hands forward, pushing through the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers. Bring your hips up into the sky. So coming into downward facing dog. Everybody coming into downward facing dog right now. And we want to get really straight from our hands to our hips. And you can start to bend your knees here. Everybody bends the knees here. And what we're doing is we're pushing in through the mounts of the fingers and we start to jump. So just little jumps, and we're pushing in through the mounts of the fingers. And what's happening is that we are pressed down to the floor. So this presses us down to the floor, especially if you have a good length from the hands to the hips. So stay long from the hands to the hips, pushing in through the mounts of the fingers. And this pushes us down. And make sure to just do little jumps. It's completely fine. Great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your knees to the sides, big toes together. Reach your arms forward. Bring your shoulders away from the ears. Release your head down. Breathing in deep. Belly into the chest. Smile. Don't forget to smile. You're doing amazing. Good. One more deep breath to the belly, into the chest. And come up again. Great. Bring your hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers. Hips up into the sky. Bend your knees a lot, and again, get long from the hands to the hips. And we jump, and we push down with the mounts of the fingers. Great. Great. And what's happening should feel a little bit different than the first time you're doing it. Maybe you feel a little bit more connected. If the length from the hands to the hips. push down with the mounts of the fingers. Feel the connection with the hands. One more time, let's go. 5 more seconds, just little jumps, it's good. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Knees down, knees to the sides of the mat, big toes together, and reach forward with your arms. Breathing deep. How does that feel? Do you feel the mounts of the fingers connected to the floor? So, great job. Good. Slowly come up. Bring your hands forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Shift your hips up. Look between your wrists. And as you're breathing out, come forward. Bend your knees. Breathe in. Bring your hands to the hips, elbows upward, and stand up with a straight back. Great. Shake your wrists out, your elbows, your shoulders. Shake your feet. And you can stay standing. I'm coming to my knees to show it to you better. So bring your hands up into the sky. Draw the belly a little bit in, your chest a little in, and push your wrists out. Push out of the wrists. And draw the fingers down towards you. Push out of the shoulders. Great. And we are in handstand. We are in handstand like right now, like this. You can look up and just barely, so the eyes can look between your wrists. So looking up so that the eyes can just barely see between the wrists. Great. Release down, shake your wrists. Shoulders. Great job. And then bring the hands in front of you. Whoop. Push out of the wrists. Draw the fingers back towards you. Push out of the shoulders. Great job. And release. Shake your wrists out. Shoulders, and let's come to the front of the mat. Let's go one more further. Are you ready? Are you excited? Yeah, I am. Let's come to forward fold first. Let's do some forward fold action first before going in here. So bend your knees, hinge at the hips, and just let your body fall forward and down. What we want to do here is bring the hips over the heels, hips over heels. Release your head down, release your neck down. Great. And from here, bring the hands behind the back together, interlace the fingers, and draw away with the hands. Have your hips over the heels as good as you can. Bring your hands away from the back. Release the head, release the neck. Great, great, great. Hips over the heels. Your head is released. Neck is released. And bring your hands back to your hips. Elbows pointing upward, bend your knees and stand up with a straight back. This is already a little bit of an inversion, so you might feel that the blood flow has been going to the to the head and is now coming back down. It's kind of like, whoa, whoa. It's good. Enjoy it. Move your shoulders a little bit, check in with your body, and Now we're kind of like warmed up with our wrists, with our whole body. Let's come to the front of the mat a little, just a little, so not completely. And then we hinge at the hips, we come forward and down. Bend your knees if you need. Bring your hands down to the mat. Push in through the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers. And what we're doing here is we're shifting all the weight to the mounts of the fingers, to the wrists. And from there, so make sure you're standing rather close to the wrists, right? And we bring all the way to the mounts of the fingers, to the wrists, and then we're stepping a little bit back. And draw the fingers back towards you. And we go again until we're at the back of the mat. So shift all the weight to the mounts of the fingers, to the wrists, and step a little bit back. And the first time you're doing this, it's really, really hard. If you start to do this regularly, it's get easier and easier. Shift all the way to the mounts of the fingers, claw, and step back. Great job. And again, go again. And go again. Take your time moving to the back. Take your time. No need to hurry. Good. And when you're back, shake your wrists out a little. Have your hips over the heels. Check in. Grab onto your elbows and swing a little left and right. Release your head, nod your head. Great. How does that feel to you? And then bring your hands forward, like foot width distance away from the feet, and we do the same thing forward. So we shift all the way to the mounts of the fingers, claw the fingers, and come forward. So we just lift the toes off the ground and we kind of step forward, making that movement controlled as you can. Great. Last one. And then bend your knees, bring your hands to your hip, elbows pointing upward, stand up with a straight back. Shake your wrists, shake your feet. Welcome in, Biger, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. How are you doing? How is your day going? You're amazing, you're amazing. We're currently doing a handstand practice, so I hope you like this. We already warmed up our hands. Yeah, we're sorry. We warmed up our wrists and everything, and now we're kind of like doing the last preparations for handstand, and then we're doing some easy handstand practices that you can do. So you kind of decide how far you go. So if you're in for that, if you're interested, feel free to join. But however, we're quite a lot into the warm-up already, so it's rather hard for you to join, so take care if anybody joins. Just had a Muay Thai cardio session, so I'll prepare for the afternoon, chest and triceps. I'll do stretching with you. Okay, that's awesome. So we're doing stretching a little bit later. Just a little. So make sure, bring the legs apart to the short ends of the mat. Your middle toes, the second toes are pointing forward. Then bring your hands by your sides. Make sure your wrists are approximately over the heels. Good. And from here, shift your hips to the back and lean forward. Hips to the back and lean forward. Make sure that no vertebrae are pushing up in your lower spine. So you can touch your lower spine and check with your lower vertebrae. And then go deeper and deeper. As soon as you feel the first vertebrae coming up, come up again. Good. Push your hips to the back, get long from the hips to the head, and feel your vertebrae. As soon as the vertebrae start sticking out, come up a little bit again. So that's where I am working right now. Keep your knees engaged, keep your outer side of the feet engaged, push your hips to the back, your butt to the back, engage your glutes a little, and release down completely. Woo, great. And from here, we're just going and to visit our left toes, say hello to your left toes. How it's going? How is it going, left toes? How is it going, left toes? And then coming to the right. I'm excited to the podcast with you, Weiger. I already said to the viewers coming here, like, oh yeah, we have a podcast coming up in like 2 weeks, the 18th, and it's going to be amazing. We have a nutrition expert here, and it's just going to be amazing. And as soon as you visited the left and the right toe, come into the middle, bring your hands down onto mat or off the mat, not between. This is important. We're not going in between. We're either on the mat or off the mat. So I do it on the mat. And what we're doing is you are shifting the weight to the mounts of the fingers. Again, we warmed up quite a lot already. So if you don't want to do this, completely fine. If you like, or if you have never done this, just do 3. I'll go for a round of 10. If you have done this already, also go for a round of 10. Pushing through the mounts of the fingers, shift all the way to the wrists, to the mounts of the fingers, and jump in, and then jump out. And we go again, you can do just 3, or you can go for a round of 10 if you like. Let's go. And as you've done that, slowly bring one hand to your thigh up, other hand, and start to kind of jump in left, right, left. Great, shake your legs out, shake your wrists out. And we are completely warmed up. And we have 10 minutes left of time. So that's good. So in 10 minutes we'll be finished here. So next thing, we're coming to the climax of today's lesson. So you decide how far you go. We have 3 variations. So the first one I'll kind of like, everybody can do that, please. So please come in, find a wall, bring your hands to the wall, and we shift the hips over the heels. We kind of do a 90 degrees, so we're 90 degrees at the hips, and we push out from the shoulders out. Our hips are over the heels, and what we are imagining here is that we are in handstand, right? Pushing in through the mounts of the fingers, we're lifting the head up a little bit so that we can just bring the eyes, bring the gaze towards between the wrists. So we're not looking up completely like this, but we're lifting the head just a little tiny bit so we can look with the gaze of the eyes between the wrists. Additionally, pushing out of the shoulders, engaging the belly and drawing the chest in and up, so chest a little bit up. Great. And you feel the stability coming from our hips to the fingers, to the wrists. Mounts of the fingers are pushing into the wall, and slowly come up again. There's so much to learn in this variation here that you can just do it again. So release, release. If you're here in variation 1 and you don't want to take it anywhere else right now, it's completely fine. It's great handstand practice here. And next thing, what we're doing is we're coming with our back towards the wall, we're sitting down on the wall, and we bring the leg up forward. This is variation 2. So please watch this first before doing if you're not comfortable with handstand. And then you can decide if you want to do it or not. So measuring the distance with one leg, bring the hands to your heel, bring the hands shoulder width apart, push in through the mounts of the fingers, and step up on the wall. Great. And we're doing the exact same thing we have been doing on the wall. So pushing out of the shoulders, pushing with the mounts of the fingers into the floor. Great. And you bring your gaze between the wrists. Great job. And this should feel really, really good to you. So I give you some time to do this if you like to do this. Or you can also do variation one more time. Good. And this is just like turned around. So variation one turned around is variation two. And now we're going to the variation three. So come out slowly again if you tried variation two. And you can either decide, yeah, okay, that was enough for me. Or you think about, hey, maybe I go further. Let's see what variation three is. So just watch if you liked to do maybe variation three. Coming to a plank pose, bring your feet close to the wall. And we want to walk up with the mounts of the fingers connected to the floor. Good. So bring your legs to the wall and we're walking up with the hands and the feet at the same time. And you can go really close to the wall, but yeah, I can go closer. And what we want to do here is pushing into the mounts of the fingers so that we're really not falling over, but we're really in control here. And then walk forward again. Mounts of the fingers connected to the floor. This is variation three. This is as far as we go today. Shake your wrists when you did that. So again, you can decide variation one, variation two, variation three. Do what feels good to you. But again, variation three, you want to push in through the mounts of the fingers so you feel in control that you don't fall over. That's what we did the whole lesson through, right? And you can also go back into variation one. There's a lot to learn here. There's a lot to learn here. In all these three variations, you want to push in through the mounts of the fingers. You want to feel the length from the shoulders to the fingers. Great. And release. Great. Slowly coming back down. And let's get to the floor and let's calm. Come down a little. Come down a little. It's not too much stretching going on, but really soft. Just going for around 3 minutes. So coming to lie down on your back. Bring your hands overhead. And we extend the right leg and the right arm. Extending the right leg and the right arm. Far. And then the left leg and the left arm. This is great for our lower back. Right leg and the right arm. And the left leg and the left arm. Right and left. And right and left. Right. Great. Take your time here. No need to hurry. Go in your rhythm. It feels good to you. Good, and release. Let's go for some windshield wipers. Let's go, bring your arms as cactus position up. So shoulders by your elbows by your shoulders, fingers are pointing up, bring your knees up. And then release your knees to the right. And release the knees to the left. So we're doing windshield wipers here. Make sure that the leg in front, so if the right leg is in front, moves first, or the left leg is in front, moves first, and it draws the other leg behind itself. It should feel really good. And again, let's give our hamstrings some love. And then let's do some happy baby pose and let's do some Shavasana together. So Shavasana is great. Have your ankles rooted to the floor, your hips rooted to the floor. Bring your leg in and we grab on your thigh. You could also do it with like a band, like with a band connect to the top of the foot. And you can just draw down. That's just amazing if you have that. Otherwise, you can grab onto your thigh. You draw back. Your shoulders are onto the floor. And we're pushing the toes up and then drawing the toes down and the foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Take care, don't push yourself too fast. If you're doing it the first time, go slow. See how it feels. Especially in stretching, you want to be aware of what you're doing. Feel how your body feels. Good. And then release this. Breathe in deep. Feel that the hips are rooted, the ankle is rooted to the floor. And as you breathe out, draw in a little bit more. Extend your knee. Extend your knee. Have your shoulders on the floor. And release your arms. Keep your muscles engaged here. Hold your leg and slowly release your leg down. Right ankles down, hips down. Bring the other leg up. Let's see how the other leg feels today. Left leg. Toes up, foot up, and toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. These are two movements, and we can also invert them, like foot up, toes up, foot down, toes down, foot up, toes up, foot down, toes down. Good. Have like this control over your body. Right, you're doing amazing. Release the foot, release the toes. Breathe in deep. Have your ankles rooted to the floor, your hips rooted to the floor. From there, as you're breathing out, draw in a little bit more. Have your shoulders rooted to the floor. Keep your knees engaged. Great job. From there, engage your leg. Hold your leg where it is. Release the arms down and release the leg slowly down. Good, 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 good. And we're coming into Shavasana. Thank you for the class, Marcel. I have to go. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, Grace Yoga. Thank you for the alert. Thank you for being here. We're coming into Shavasana, last pose. Extend your legs. Toes are facing away from each other. Arms are lying by your sides. Palms are pointing up towards the sky. Close your eyes. And just be for a minute, and I will get you back to your body. Just be. Nothing to do here, just be. So feet are facing away from each other. Legs are extended, arms are lying by your side. Head is relaxed, eyes are closed, just be. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. Coming back to your body. Draw in your knees towards your belly and shift yourself to either the left or the right side, coming to lie down on your side body. In the side body position, release all the tension. Make it feel comfortable to yourself. Softening the face of the skin of the face. Softening the tongue, relaxing the tongue, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the fingers. Release all the tension. Check in with your chest, your belly, your hips, your whole back, your legs, your knees, the ankles, the heels, the toes. Release all the tension and breathe in deeply into the belly, into the chest. Breathe in deep. Breathe out. One more deep breath. As deep as you can, into the belly, into the chest. Breathing out, feel carried by the gravity of the earth. And with your next breath, lift yourself up by your side, coming into a final sitting pose together. So breathing in deep, come into a final sitting pose together. Bring your hands in front of the heart together. Honoring your yoga practice today, honoring this inversion practice today. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. And namaste. The emptiness inside of me recognizes the emptiness inside of you. Release the arms, opening the eyes. Thank you so much for practicing today with me. Thank you so much for lurking here. Thank you so much for being here. Your cup of yoga. Thank you so much for being here, Swiss. Thank you so much for coming in, Viger. Really look forward to the podcast together. Thank you so much, Grace, for being here. And yeah, thank you so much for the raid again. Who else was here? I think that was it. Like this. That was like this. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it so deeply. And I had a lot of fun practicing with you. Like, it's like I want to get a little better in handstand. So I'm working towards it, and I'm almost there. I mean, I don't want to force myself there. It's not like the goal to force myself as quickly as possible to handstand, but to make the ride enjoyable. And at one point, so I'm already there, but I try to make it enjoyable, and I hope I make it also enjoyable for you. And so if you like to join in, we're doing this every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we have an inversion practice. So if you feel like it, come on in and practice some handstands with me, some inversions. And I love inversions. Shawn, do you also like inversions? I love inversions so much, way more than you, man. So, okay, you guys. You hear that? He loves inversions. He should do a headstand here. He does. Hi, city girl. How are you doing? 403 city girl. And let me introduce myself quickly as we slowly come to a close. My name is Marcel. And I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. That's Shawn. Hi. Shawn is here for entertainment, energy, and motivation. Thank you so much for the follow, city girl. And for everybody else, for everybody here, we're having yoga lessons every day. So if you like to do some yoga with me, feel free. It's for everybody. Feel free to join in every day at 7 o'clock Central European time. We're doing some yoga. Before we're doing some meditation, it's unguided. So from 6:30 Central European time, we're doing meditation every day. If you like to join in, feel free to do. Good morning. Good morning. It's already afternoon for me, but good morning to you then, city girl. Thank you for saying hello here. And with that said, if you have any questions about yoga or health, feel free to join my Discord. The Discord description should be below. Please do that. Other than that, all these live sessions here are uploaded onto my YouTube. So if you like to check out my YouTube, feel free to head over there and subscribe and hit the bell there. By the way, one more thing. Yeah, if you haven't already, follow me. I appreciate that deeply. And we have a podcast coming up about nutrition. Namaste to you. We have a podcast coming up about nutrition together with Weiger Habitus. I quickly give him a shout out here. Wait, no, I tipped wrong. Like this. Okay. He's amazing. Go out and go check him out. He's a nutrition expert, definitely. And we have a podcast coming up with him about nutrition at the 18th, 9th, or the 9th, 18th, wherever you are in the world. You know, at one part in the world it's like turned. Or for you it's turned, right? And we will have a great time, so feel free to join in there. And we will really improve your health there. So the podcast I'm doing is called Health Skill Podcast. And we have such wonderful people and we learn so much there. I highly recommend that to you. And thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you for just joining in, City Girl. And we are online tomorrow again. And tomorrow will be also a longer stream later on. So feel free to join in if you like that. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And with that said, let's go and rate somebody. Shall we? Shall we go and rate somebody? Are you in? Are you in? Shall we? You know, I think she's doing an amazing job. Yeah, I think we're going over to Czech Miauti, because she's doing some ASMR, but the ASMR she's doing is really, really good. And I appreciate that a lot. So go and check her out. She's amazing. And gonna have to check out your other streams? Yeah, please do that. Thank you so much, City Girl. And we're rating with love, you guys. So put your favorite emote and then write, then write rating with love. Like this. And yeah, send some love to Czech Miauti. And she's amazing, definitely. Check her out, send her some love, and goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. See you very soon. And thank you for coming in. Bye-bye, your cup of yoga. Have a great day, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. 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 Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.